Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today, I'm going to be taking you along on what I eat in a day. I will start off by saying that what I eat in a day is obviously going to vary depending on my mood, what time I wake up, how much I want to cook, and what groceries I have available. But nonetheless, I thought it'd be super awesome to share with you guys just kind of like my tips and tricks to kind of reduce like sugar intake and increase protein and like increase like the healthier side of foods. That makes sense. So I'm going to take you guys along on what I eat in a full day, and we're going to start off with breakfast. So for breakfast, this is the one that varies a ton simply because there's some days where I have to wake up super early for work and I'm just not in the mood to make anything. And when that happens, I'll just go ahead and have a protein shake. So we like to use this IsoPure protein. This one right now is vanilla, but cookies and cream and chocolate are also super great flavors. And so I'll just throw a scoop of this into a cup of water or a cup of almond milk or a cup of some type of like smoothie that I make if I'm trying to get real fancy. And so I'll have that because it's super quick, super fast, and a really like easy on the go breakfast thing that I like to have. And this usually holds me off until I have a break in work to actually have a full-on breakfast. But now if there happens to be a day like today where I'm not in a rush, I don't have to go to work, and I have time to make myself a really nice breakfast and just enjoy my morning, I'll start off by making myself a cup of oatmeal. So I'll go ahead and get about half a cup of oatmeal, some hot water or almond milk, and then I'm not a huge fan of oatmeal, I'm going to be honest with you guys. So I'll either like sweeten it with stevia or with honey or something along those lines just to make it a little sweeter and a little more enjoyable because I find oatmeal to be so bland. And then if I'm really getting real fancy, I'll like throw in some apples with cinnamon and I'll put those in the stove top and add a little bit of butter and like caramelize them almost, and then I'll top that off on my oatmeal, and that makes the dish so much better. And I love it because it's a really healthy form of like getting carbs into your body and a great way to get energy, and it's just a really good like breakfast meal to have to start off your day. And then some days like today, if I've been up for quite some time and it's still not lunchtime, I'll go ahead and follow up with like a second breakfast. And so the second breakfast for today was 2 eggs and 2 pieces of toast. So I just made myself owl eyes. Basically, you just cut a little hole into your toast, throw in your egg, and then it's an owl eye. I'll season it with a little bit of butter, salt, and pepper, and delish. So that's what I have for breakfast. And then I'll end it with having some multivitamins and supplements. So I have my Alani New Balance supplements. I've talked about these in the past. They are amazing. They have really helped with regulating my menstrual cycles and clearing my face a lot better. It's really good hormonal balance. So I go ahead and take that. I take some gummies that stimulate nail and hair growth. And then lastly, I'll take a multivitamin, which is basically just like to boost my vitamin intake. And so that concludes breakfast. And then moving on to lunch. So for lunch, again, this is one of those things that's gonna vary again, depending on whether or not I'm at work or if I have time to make food. But for today, I decided to go with fish and rice. So this one's really easy because it does not take very long to cook, and I think it's a really great source of like carbs and protein. So I'll just go ahead and throw a cup of rice into the rice cooker, add a little bit of garlic, and then pop it in the rice cooker, let the rice cooker do its thing. I don't even have to worry about it, which is super awesome. And then for the fish, we'll either have like salmon or tilapia. We're out of salmon right now, so we actually just use this tilapia right here. So this one you can just find at Walmart, and it brings like a decent amount, I think, for the price. And so I'll just throw those onto the skillet. I'll season it with salt and pepper, sometimes lemon pepper, and a little bit of olive oil, nothing too fancy. And then once that's done, I'll serve myself 2 of these. and then about half a cup of rice. And I love to throw lemon juice on top of both my fish and my rice. I don't know why, but it tastes so good. You guys should try it out. It really like enhances the flavor and just makes everything taste so much better. So yeah, I just throw a little bit of lemon juice. And again, this is a really great way to just intake some carbs and then protein. I think each of these has about 20 grams of protein, which is really good. And so that's what I have for lunch. Along with my lunch, like for what I drink, I'm trying to incorporate a little bit more water intake, but it's really hard for me. And I also don't love to have like plain old water with a meal. So I like to flavor my water. So I'll start off by either having just a regular cup of water and I'll flavor it with these electrolytes. It's basically Mio Energy electrolyte flavoring. Nothing too fancy. It doesn't have any sugar or literally anything in it except sodium and electrolytes. So basically it's like flavored like squirts. So you squirt a little bit into your water. This one is Tropical Fusion and it really makes the water taste so much better. And what's really cool about these is some of these even have like a little caffeine boost in them. So these are really great to have if you want to have a little bit more energy and just stay a little more hydrated throughout the day. Highly recommend if you think water doesn't taste very great. Very good. And the other thing I like to have in addition to that or apart from that is sparkling water. I don't have like a specific brand that I love. These in particular we just saw at Target. They had a really cute packaging and they taste really good. This one's coconut pineapple sparkling water. Again, this is awesome because it literally has like 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 everything. And it's literally just like flavored sparkling water and it tastes so good. It's kind of like you're having a little Coke but no sugar in your meal. So I highly recommend those. I love to have these with lunch or dinner or if I'm just like thirsty throughout the day and want to stay a little hydrated. Super awesome, highly recommend. And then that's basically the gist of what I have for lunch. And now from lunch to dinner, I get super hungry because I get bored or I just want to like snack on something. So this is where my snacking time comes in and I like to have a few things. I'm not gonna lie, every now and then I'll have like Oreos or a bag of chips, something a little more sugary, but I really try to avoid it as much as possible and my husband Grayson does too. So we like to have like really nice like healthy alternative snacks. So for starters is this yogurt. So this brand we recently came across not too long ago and the best thing about this yogurt is it has no added sugars. So it's a lot better for you than a lot of other yogurts out there. If you guys actually look at what's in your yogurts, there's so much sugar and like things that don't necessarily need to be there. So this is a really good brand that we've been liking. They have a ton of flavors. We usually just get like the strawberry and mixed berry. I'll sometimes even have this for breakfast because it's a really good like easy on the go breakfast item. But this is super awesome item to snack on or to add into addition to whatever else you're eating throughout the day. And then another great thing that we love to have is any type of like peanuts or nuts. So these are pistachios. I love trail mixes, okay? But I'm allergic to a lot of tree nuts and cashews and walnuts, and those things in particular tend to always be in a lot of trail mixes, and so I haven't been able to find a trail mix that doesn't have a ton of sugar in it that I can actually have. So for now, I just have, like I said, just pistachios or almonds or peanuts. These are honestly really great because they have a decent amount of protein in them for it to be a snack. They don't have a ton of sugar and they taste pretty good. I do have to be very mindful of like how much I'm having because I will finish a bag of these in a day, like no kidding. I had some salt and vinegar almonds. They were gone within hours. They did not last. So yeah, we like to have just like other snack alternatives like this, and sometimes we'll even like make another quick little meal like avocado toast or something along those lines to kind of just like keep us going up until dinner time. And so with that being said, on to dinner. So for dinner, again, it's gonna vary. We'll have fish, chicken, tacos, any type of meat. Honestly, it really just depends, like I said. For today, we happen to have a ton of leftover hamburger stuff because If you guys haven't checked out my vlog, I'll link it down below, but Grayson bought a grill, and so we had gotten burger meat and burger stuff to make burgers, and we just happened to have some of that stuff left over, so we decided to have that for dinner today. And we just like to grab the meat and season it with salt, pepper, and a little bit of olive oil, nothing too fancy. We'll throw it on the skillet, let it cook for a little bit, and then we'll top it off with cheese. I like to add banana peppers, ketchup, mustard, mayo, and then some pickles on the side. And it's a really great, like, quick and easy, fun meal to have. And it also has a good source of protein just from the meat. And so that's what we had for dinner. And again, back to these things, I'll have like one of these things to like drink or flavor my water, either one. And then that is the gist of what we have for dinner. Again, it varies, and that concludes what we eat in a day. Now, if you guys haven't noticed, there's not a whole bunch of greens in what I mentioned throughout what we ate today. Some days it's just like that. Today happened to be one of those days. There are days where we'll have a ton of like veggies. We'll have like sweet potato, bell peppers, avocado, mushrooms, spinach, kale, like everything just sauteed together, and then like in addition to some fish or something along those lines. Again, it's just gonna vary from day to day, what we're feeling, what we have available in our refrigerator. So needless to say, if we don't have a lot of greens that day, or if we really just wanna boost our intake of greens, we'll have this green superfood scoops. So this thing is super great because you just add a scoop into a bottle of water, or if you want to like add it even into some type of like fruit smoothie, it's really, really good. It doesn't taste like a whole bunch, which I think is kind of helpful. But yeah, it's a really great way to just boost your intake of greens because it has a ton of like fruits and vegetables in it and no sugar. So I highly recommend this. We use this as often as we can, even if we do have greens that day. Today just happened to not be one of those days, like I said. And yeah, so that is what we had today. That is what I ate. Again, like I said, it's gonna vary from day to day, but I hope that you guys enjoyed that and were curious to just kind of know what we eat. We really try to limit the amount of sugar intake we have, and we really try to eat as healthy as possible. And like, we're not gonna deny the fact that we go out and eat fast food every now and then, and we have snacks every now and then that we indulge in while we're watching Netflix and hanging out at home. But needless to say, there's still a lot of healthier alternatives out there and really quick like food swaps that you can do if you want to like limit your intake on sweets and just be healthier. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure and give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you guys when I post my next video. Bye.